Welcome to National Parks with the New States. We're Howard and Caitlin New State of the New State Nomads, and today we're showing you where to camp and 5 must-do activities in one of the most iconic national parks, Joshua Tree. Joshua Tree National Park in Southern California is located about 50 miles west of Palm Springs and 160 miles northeast of San Diego. Dotted with the famous whimsical namesake trees, this is one of the most iconic national parks in the country. The park sees nearly 3 million visitors a year and covers more than 800,000 acres. We're going to cover a few of our favorite things to do here at Joshua Tree. We've mapped out all these great spots on Roadtrippers, and this is an excellent tool to help you plan out your route and make sure you're hitting all these can't-miss activities. There are few services here in the park, so make sure you come prepared with food, water, and fuel. If you're driving in from Palm Springs, we recommend entering at the Cottonwood section of the park. That way you can make a full loop through the park and back to the city. It's a little interesting because if you come in through the south entrance, which is the Cottonwood Springs area, there are no Joshua trees for several more miles. You have to drive north in order to see most of the stuff. Stop by the Cottonwood Visitor Center to grab your park map and chat with the rangers about any current trail conditions or updates. There are several campgrounds here in Joshua Tree, ranging from first come first serve to online reservations only. Jumbo Rocks Campground and Bell Campground are 2 of the most popular and can fit larger RVs. If you can't snag a spot inside the park, there's also great boondocking or free camping right before the Cottonwood Entrance on BLM land. After you leave the Cottonwood Visitor Center, head 1 mile east for a quick trip to see an oasis in the desert.
All right, so our first stop is the Cottonwood Springs, and it's a trail, but it's really like a walk.
This is one of several oases inside Joshua Tree National Park, and it's really interesting because it's actually a crack in the earth's surface where water comes up, and so it allows conditions for these beautiful massive palm trees to grow in the middle of the desert where there's nothing else like this around. It is so cool. As you continue driving north, you'll start to see more plant vegetation like spiny ocotillo and cholla cactus, nicknamed the teddy bear cactus. This quarter-mile flat trail will only take about 20 minutes unless you're like me and want to snap 100 pictures here. We're now at one of my favorite parts here in Joshua Tree, which is the cholla cactus garden. And these look super fluffy and cuddly, but they are anything but that. They're also known as jumping cactus because they literally will jump out of nowhere and attach themselves to you. You'll have spikes in your shoes or on your socks or on your pants, so you always want to check yourself before you get back into the car. We're finally just now starting to see some Joshua trees, and they're scattered throughout the landscape. I'm getting really excited. As you make your way deeper into the park, past all those magnificent Joshua trees, bear to the left and head towards the famous Skull Rock. There are several places to park right alongside the road, and you'll start to see the famous rock formation that really does look like a skull. This is one of the most popular spots in the park, so there will likely be a line of people trying to snap a photo. You can also climb along the giant boulders here and get a great view looking out over the landscape. Oh, that's so cool!
Oh, wow. It's the Flintstones.
Which house would you pick?
I'll do that one. The duplex right there.
Yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah, nice townhouse effect. It's got a nice front patio.
As you continue along Park Boulevard, keep your eyes peeled for a small pull-off near a really tall Joshua tree.
There's one that looks like a flagpole. It's tall and skinny, and then at the very top, it has little branches. And that, I think, is the tallest Joshua tree in the world. Joshua trees grow really slowly. So this one potentially could be 400 or more years old. So we've made it to Keys View, which is an absolutely beautiful, very high overlook that is beautiful at sunset or in the mornings, but it's also really cold. I don't have a jacket, so we're gonna try and do this as quickly as possible. You have to come here and stop and look at the amazing view, the valley and the desert, and it's just absolutely gorgeous.
And take it from us, the weather can change quickly here in the desert, so make sure you pack extra layers. Joshua Tree is a great park to explore whether you have 1 day or 1 week to spend here. You can find all of our stops and recommendations on our Roadtrippers map to help you plan your own Joshua Tree National Park adventure. And for more national parks with the New States, check out the playlist below. Thanks so much for watching.